because we've never done it in this direction before. This show is going to be done the way that everybody has been asking for, except for me, because you guys forgot I'm the one that has to perform it. So I'm praying that I'll be able to do this show the right way and get you guys the content that you need, because this is going to be, again, our first time doing it this way. And I'm pretty nervous, tell you the truth. All that "you got this," all that stuff, trust me, don't work on Bugatti. None of that stuff work on me. It has to work, period, for me. Because I got too many people counting on me to get this right now. So I came on 10 minutes early, like whatever we're going to try to do to get this right. I will not be able to see myself perform anything at all because of the fact that everything is backwards. So the screen, you guys can see every single thing now, but I can't see jack. So, still going to try to work it out though. Not going to complain. Not going to complain. You know, we're going to see. We should be live. I don't know like what's going on. I think we live. Oh yeah, we live. So let me just get myself together here, guys. I appreciate you. Happy Purple Sunday. Survivors. Should the Epstein survivors release their own files? And I'm going to need you guys to let me know immediately how we looking inside of the, we're not looking too bad. I know I'm a perfectionist. That means I got to raise up where the ladies are. That means I got to push this side down a little bit. Oh, that was a bad thing to do. Kicked the thing by mistake. Okay. I can't see you guys chat. I apologize, but hey, you guys got what you want. You guys got what you want. The text is correct. We going with that today. We got to go with that today, you guys. Okay, good morning. Okay, Liberty and Justice, how we looking right now? How we looking right now, sis? Good morning, good morning. We live. How we looking? How we looking? Are we looking the same like we always look? Just asking one simple question. We all back? We back? Okay. Purple Sunday, y'all. Let's get it. So where we at with our time? Ooh, we did good with that, y'all. If y'all telling me we straight, whoa, I think we got something going on here. I think it's time. I think I'm feeling pretty good now. I think I'm in a good mood now. That's right. Sometimes you got to start off early because how they say, y'all, the early bird gets the worm. So yeah, I actually can see myself. Is this real time almost right here? Get myself all lined up over here. Yes, I do see myself over here. And yes, I can actually probably work like this with a little bit of lag going on. And the fact that you guys can actually see us. I want to get these prayers in because guess what? Wouldn't have been able to do anything without the man upstairs. And that's the way to always get it right. So the part that I can't do, I'm going to need you to step in and help me out right now because I appreciate every day, every part of everything that we've had going on ever since we started this show. Appreciate every single person. I want to thank you for being here, and I want to pray for good health and good every single thing for my people here. I want them to have good health, good spirits, want them to have good family times. I want everybody to try to start getting along and making sure that this world can be what we really need it to be. That's all I really care about. Amen. And take care of those animals, Lord. Please, let's take care of as many animals as possible. Doesn't matter the type. Amen. Now, it's almost time. You guys got me feeling good. I know we started early because I wasn't expecting to get that right that way, that fast. But guess what? You know what they say, the early bird gets the worm. And maybe, just maybe, this will work out in a good way for us. You know, sometimes you got to step up your business, y'all. You know, sometimes you just got to step it up. What we got over here? Amen. Good morning, Batty Lynn. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Brian. Who else is up in the building? I see Jeffrey Spilker's up in the building. Liberty and Justice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that right there, Liberty. That's what I'm talking about, girls. That's how you run the flank for your boy. Because everything else after that is not, before that is not important if we not looking right. We got to look the part all the time. We always got to look the part. And guess what? I think we almost coming up on that time, because it say 58 over here. I should have already been, yeah, I don't know what's going on with you. But I'm good over here. I'm glad that you guys gave me the opportunity to get that camera straight for you. And now, thank you so much. Let me check this time, because this is going to be fun this morning. If we get this all right after this, I think I could run this down. I think we're going to be able to run this whole play. Woo! Thank you, God, because without you, I would not be able to do anything. Without you, we can't do nothing. And look at that. We got time to spare. Told you, he's number one. He's number one. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready? Because I am. Woo! Can't see yourself in real time, but don't you feel good? Let's give them the energy, because that's what they came here for, and that's what we all about. It's our bottom line, y'all. It's time to go. This is how I'll be behind the stage waiting. Oh, yeah? Y'all ready? Okay. Well, let me know when it's my time. Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Oh, almost my time? All right, cool. Y'all like that. No, the reverse is perfect, right? Uh-oh. I'm ready to go. And they're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Okay, y'all ready? Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Nobody said grind it up, Bugatti. They said wind it up. Come on, one more time. Send that energy over to that watch, because you know you got it and it's time to go. Olay. Purple Sunday. That's right, you guys. Y'all know what today is. It's Purple Sunday. You guys could have won anyway, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Come on, y'all ready? We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta show some love today too. We gotta open up those pores. You see, when you get a voice like mine, you gotta open up those pores. You can actually use it for things that other people really can't. Work with me now. Send it to me. Open up those pores. Come on, y'all. Feel good about this. You gotta open up those pores. You gotta open up those pores. Swiss. You gotta open up those pores. Dun, 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 dun. Stop. Drop. Shut them down. Open up shop. Oh no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop. Drop. Shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, snitches want to ride, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How could I maintain with that mess on my brain? I resort to violence, my illest moving silence. Y'all niggas know the wildest, New York niggas the wildest. Y'all know how we did it, fucking what he did it. Come on, how we did it. Y'all remember what we did it? What the fuck you gonna do when we run up on you? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That's the dog right there, DMX. Stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop. Oh, no, That's how Rough Riders roll. Dun, 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 dun. And y'all know why I'm open, right? First of all, the camera's straight. I'm happy we made it to Purple Sunday, and we made it another day. So, if bump that beat. It's Sunday the 3rd, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, you guys. I guess we ready. I guess we ready for 2026. Hope you guys work with me a little bit because I know we lagging a little bit. And I'm trying to make sure that I get used to the new setup since we now have the text all straight. We're going to have a fantastic show. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from and let me know, do you know what time it is? You got to let me know what time it is because I love to know what time it is. And as well, where you're chiming in from. This way I can look for that sort of content. This way we all have a good dialogue. Wait a minute, Bugatti just found something from up the block from where I'm at, down the street, up the road. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. When you have an idea of where someone is from, it gives me a better chance to find the content no matter what state, country, or region. That's right, you guys. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. This is our bottom line. It's time to get into it. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I'd like to say some prayers for you directly, Sky. I'd like to pray for Rebecca, Lanya, and Bueno. Also Beyond, Liberty and Justice. Thank you so much for your assistance this morning. Queen of the show. That's right. And I'm going to tell you, you already know who the king is, right? That's my boy Casey right there. There you go. Love you too, my brother. Who else we got up in the building? We got Luigi. We got Terry. Who else we got up in here that we want to pray for good health and make sure that their spirits stay up and the family's rolling and everybody's good? We got Brian. I see, who else do I see up in here? I see Colin. I see Bernard Parker. Okay, Beyond, Terry. What's going on, Tyson? How you guys doing this morning? We got a new setup. Hope everybody's satisfied because yes, we are now on point where the text is all good. Just pray for me and help me get through this, Lord, because I want to give them my best like I always do. Amen. And with that being said, y'all know what time it is, right? Let's get into these titles. Y'all done heard enough from me. It's time to get some titles going so we can get some video running. We got Survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Huh? My dear, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Survivor. Should the Epstein survivors release their own files? I'm gonna wait for y'all on this one. I'm going to wait for y'all on this one. How many people have been here long enough? If y'all really rock with your boy, you already know that I've been saying this for how long? How long have I been, with every other statement, it's always like, why don't we just go to the survivors? They're the ones that can really corroborate all the information. That person can say, hey, that's me. That's that person. Exactly. So you guys know it all came from our bottom line first. We said this first. Now all of a sudden, well, I guess they have said it, but not with the authority now that they're putting out, because they're really serious about it at this point. Because they're looking at it like, you know what? If you guys are not going to put the information out correctly, we may as well just put it out ourselves. Let's keep on moving forward. Because last but not least, I'm so used to doing this the backwards way. It's crazy. We've got receive a package that you didn't order. Yeah, this is a very important one. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you receive the package that you didn't order, you're probably being scammed. Guess what? All of a sudden you get something that says you won a sweepstakes. Scan this QR code. They just got your credit card information. Oh, told you. That's why you got to be careful about little stuff like that. And that's why we always show stuff like that on our bottom line to make sure our people are covered. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Let's get into the last title on this board. We got President Trump has acknowledged the capture of Venezuela's Maduro. That's why he wasn't negotiating. Kind of similar to when you were telling your ex-girlfriend, why don't we meet? Why don't we talk it out? Why don't we try to get this thing going? Or your ex-boyfriend, next thing you know, you wind up leaving and you guys are broken up. That's a pretty surprising situation. That's what was going on. President Trump already had his mind made up. The same way like your ex-boo or your ex-boyfriend did too. Yeah, sometimes it happens where you're thinking one way. My daughter was like, I'll give you anything. Of course you're gonna give us anything once we can get over there. And I think it was probably a date setup that we didn't know about, where they probably said, you know what, this specific date, after we get everything lined up, then we're gonna strike. Gotta say it was a very strategic move. I do not have a problem with what happened, to tell you the truth, because Maduro took over that part of the country and he basically got into a place where I don't think he should have deserved to be, and a lot. So when it's going on, we'll talk about it because there's so much to get into. And with that being said, you guys, hope you're ready for a fantastic Purple Sunday, because I'm ready to go. Let's go, you guys. Let me make sure I get this audio up so everybody can hear everything. Let's get your coffee together. Let's get your tea, your cocoa. It's time to get it going, you guys. Let's go. Hope you guys like the new setup. We can see everything now. Hope it's making a big difference. Let me know if it's making a difference.
And we start with Lucas Tomlinson live in West Palm Beach, where the Commander-in-Chief has been spending the holidays. And Lucas, you've had great coverage overnight here. What else are we learning about this operation?
Good morning, Griffin. A daring operation in the pre-dawn hours in 2 a.m. local in Caracas, 1 a.m. East Coast time. U.S. Special Operations Forces flew in from off the coast of Venezuela to snatch Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife. President Trump announcing the news on Truth Social a short time ago. I'll read it for our viewers. It says, quote,
somebody said gas is already down to what? $2.55 at my town.
the United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. And just before the assault force arrived at Maduro's compound, you can imagine the intelligence that U.S. intelligence agency had to have to know where to send the assault force to be able to locate and grab Maduro as well as his wife. You had numerous airstrikes throughout Caracas targeting Maduro's forces at a military base in Caracas, as well as an air base, also Venezuela's largest port. And this is something President Trump has been threatening for months. It started with the drone strikes on the alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific, over 24 to date, killing over 100 people. You saw it when U.S. forces seized, as a law enforcement matter, the oil tankers that the Trump administration said were associated with the Maduro regime. The goal is to cut off the drug and oil revenue stream for Nicolas Maduro. And for months, we've heard President Trump say that Maduro must go, and Maduro with...
Now, I think a lot of people have mixed emotions on this one. Please, you guys, let it go on this one. I want to hear it all. I want to know what everybody has to say, because I know people are thinking on the side of the United States and the fact that we actually accomplished this. And I do know that there are other people who are thinking like, no. And I would really want to know you guys' opinions right now, because I have an opinion as well, and I'd really love to build on this opinion. We're going to stay on this topic for a minute because there's a lot to peel back on the layer of this onion, you guys. We got a lot more to keep on going into. What else we got? I want to make sure that we're on point with our lineup. I don't want to just step out of place for no reason. Want to make sure that we good over here, you guys. All right, cool. Yeah, just in this photo. Is this the photo? Yes, I was about to skip that. That's why I had to look at the heading. Thank you guys for bearing in there with me, because boy, I'll be getting so much bad feedback, but like, don't go away from the screen. Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I have to. I'm doing 8 different instruments. We got the live chat over there. I've got my lineup over there. Back there is where I can see myself now. Got the light up there. There's another phone that I'm about to cut on just to make sure. Then this is the camera where I can't see nothing but hope that you guys are seeing me. So now we're going to keep on moving forward to this photo that we just got.
Forces and to capture Nicolas Maduro, the disputed president of Venezuela, and his wife.
Shout out to Nike Tech for supplying the sweatsuit from Nicolas Maduro.
Giving way to the Secretary of War, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and the Secretary of State to explain all of that. Before this briefing, he posted on Truth Social a picture of disputed President Nicolas Maduro, said to be aboard the USS Iwo Jima.
That's how you know your boy know his clothes. Look at that Nike Tech right there. I got this exact Nike Tech in the closet right now. Dead serious, y'all.
That will eventually transport him to a private plane along with his wife to New York and the Southern District of New York, where they will face charges and a prosecution of an indictment that was brought down in 2020. But the biggest headline from this news conference that's making headlines all over the world is President Trump saying that the U.S. will run Venezuela.
That's the part I wanted to talk to you guys about. You know how Bugatti stops it right there. Hey, yo, what's going on with this oil and all this stuff over here since we over here? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all think I'm not going to go there with that? I'm telling it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a business opportunity, ain't it? And I'm not trying to say, I mean, you know, we can't get a little taste for helping them out. But when you leave people over there, I want to not say I'm skeptical, but I want to know what's the actual order of operations. And they're actually even saying that the president that was voted in, I can't remember her name, maybe you guys can help me with that. They're saying that they may not put her back in power. They may even go back with someone that Maduro said that he was going to put in, and he's like the vice president that was handpicked by Maduro, which I'm not too, I don't understand about what's going on with that. And foreign policy, once it becomes the actual movements of what's going on the land, we don't really never know what's going on with that. They can tell us anything. Let's keep on moving forward. Okay.
Till a suitable transition happens. The definition of what that looks like, not clear. He said he has people working on it. It is being worked on, but saying that the U.S. will run the country of Venezuela, a country of about 30 million people. A lot of questions surrounding that. But the precision strike and the U.S. military action praised by all corners today.
Well, you know what? It always comes down to the people with me. I always want to know what the people are saying. Like when it comes, like that's why I'm really big on like topics like this, like the survivors, like the people. I'm real. I mean, I'm a real person. So I want to know what the real people always have to say about stuff. That's why I always ask you guys. Respect the host. That's right. Rena, love, good morning. I understand what you're saying. Anyone else? Good. That's right. 50 likes, y'all. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. It costs money to liberate a country, bro. Shh, ain't free. Ooh, thank you. Okay. You made a lot of freaking sense in that one sentence. Who was that? Okay, STF SAC. Oh yeah, you need to stick around, homeboy, because I love when people think outside of the box and when I'm not thinking a certain way. Explain, explain, explain. Truth must be told. Meanwhile, the Venezuelan people are happy, thanking Trump. See what I said? You guys are so on point over here. That's why we do this show together. It's like y'all already know what's happening out here. Because first we're going to do the perp walk. Because, you know, we have to do, oh, how you doing? Oh, no problem. That's good. Good morning. Oh, yeah, how you doing? Because you don't want to come in there looking like the last dude. The next thing you know, he wound up firing squad. Fire and squad! You know how Billy be getting busy with that MOP crap, but I ain't talking about it. Y'all know how I gotta keep it under wraps with certain stuff. Let's keep on moving forward right now, because, oh, y'all didn't think we had the perp walk? Come on now, stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit. Good night. Happy New Year. Good night. Happy New Year.
Night. Happy New Year. Good night. Happy New Year.
That's not me making it rewind like that. That's them. There's still a little bit more left. They did it like 4 times.
Good night. Happy New Year.
Now, I don't know where his wife is at, but they got him separate. And it seems like every time they start getting them like that and they start bringing them through, when they get them off that plane, they start looking a little older and a little older and a little more not so scary, huh? Because he was over there like this when he was Maduro, eating all them plátanos and making all that money off that oil. Wait, it's all a show? Okay, be a gentleman. Okay, I definitely will. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. See, the host has some sense. I have some sense. Jewish President Trump. Okay, I'm reading what you guys are writing here. So hey, don't think I'm over here making this stuff up and just saying this stuff off of my head. So now we've got the perp walk. And you guys, since you're so smart and you already knew it was coming up, yes, this is the next thing as far as the response. Because I always want to know what the Venezuelans are thinking about this situation. Let's find out together.
Eric, as you said, the president posting on Truth Social. We now have that for our viewers to look at on the screen. There it is. The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the...
All right, GD, I've been working my whole time, my whole day for this right here. I want to know if you guys can read this, because this is what I've been working for. I've been wanting to make sure, and why I'm looking at just a camera over here with some, what do they call it, buffering thing back there, but I'm still going for it. So, can you guys see that now? Because this is a big milestone for our bottom line, believe it or not. The fact that the co-host and the audience and the family members, as well as the mods, can see what's going on up here. It's a big deal to us. So you guys can now read this text, I'm hoping.
Country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today, 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump, unprecedented action in Venezuela overnight. Let's talk more about it with Fox News correspondent Lucas Thomason, who's there in...
Actually, let's not, because we've been covering this topic enough. I think we done saw them bust it down over there. You guys notice how we do it, right? I could have went straight to the last video, but no, they were saying things. I wanted to know the strategy of how they planned on doing it. I wanted to know as much about what's going on the land over there. Also wanted to know his motions. Wait, we can actually see this guy walking in. Yeah, let's get that. Still trying to see what the people have to say, because that's important. But hey, I think we're done with that topic right there. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you appreciate me. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because now we got to keep on moving forward, because where we going over to, is this? Yes, Iran. And I would like to say something that a lot of people in the comments are saying, because I would like to acknowledge you guys. We need to start doing more things for the United States of America. Let's get out of other countries and start focusing on what's going on here. Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that some people say, and I have not been able to have a chance to say it, because it's like, it's no reason that I have not been saying it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, I should be saying, I want to say everything that everybody's acknowledging up here. So I just got to give it to you guys how it is. But I don't want you to think it's me. That's what people are saying. They're like, yo, and they saying stuff like, what are we doing over there messing with them people oil? But then we got other people that said something smart earlier. It costs money to do this. All right, but how much money? How long? And who's going to take over? That's not our business. That's why we need to get back to over here. Let's get back over to, oh, nope, sorry, Iran. We got to see what's going on with this Iranian situation over here, because again, we've already warned them about if there's any citizens or people hurt, we will be stepping in. And that's another thing that a family member of mine that's in the army, in the armed forces told me. He said, Bugotti, you got to also realize another thing. We have a large army force, but we have a lot of people spread out everywhere. If we wind up having all these little defense situations going on everywhere, it's actually going to have us weak, but we can actually be struck, or certain things can happen to us. So we got to be careful about how many other situations that we pick up. I was like, whoa, I never thought about that before. So let's get over to Iran and take care of this. Iran. I'm from New York, so I say Nike, I say Yankee, I say Boston instead of Boston. We talk different. So Iran is how we say that.
In Iran now entering a 6th day in a row. Thousands are taking to the streets over a spiraling economic crisis there.
Ooh.
President Trump, meantime, posting a stark warning to Iran's leadership early this morning, saying If the regime
No.
kills peaceful protesters, the U.S. would intervene, and that American forces are locked and loaded. Lucas Tomlinson is in West Palm Beach, Florida, with the very latest strong words from the president this morning. Lucas.
Indeed, Julie. Good morning. These protests have been growing nationwide in Iran over the past 6 days and are now in at least 27 different cities, Julie. And as you mentioned, President Trump posting a stern warning to the regime just before 3 a.m. in Palm Beach. I'll read you the full text, Julie. It says, the president said, quote, if Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America will come to their rescue. We are locked and loaded and ready to go. Thank you for your attention to this matter. At least 6 people have been reportedly killed in the protests this week. It started among shopkeepers and merchants in Tehran's Grand Bazaar. Students have now taken to the streets with truckers and bus drivers.
At first, we were watching this where they were walking in protest. They were like, you know, really going hard and like coming and like really stepping up and saying certain things. There were shopkeepers, there were protesters, there were students in the daytime. Once it became nighttime, this is what it turned into. So yes, we're still following up on this story right here.
Protesting runaway inflation, a currency that has lost 40% of its value since Israel launched its 12-day war against Iran, supported by those American B-2 bombers, stealth fighter jets, and Tomahawk cruise missiles.
So now your money's not worth anything, and now what they're planning on doing is raising taxes. People just went crazy, like, you know what? Hell with this. You might as well, yeah. And these people are not just like us, where they can dispute. They don't have like a democracy out there where they can actually do this. Their government, yeah, they put them down for stuff like this in the thousands. So they're risking their lives to actually do this and really be in protest. So that's another reason why I like to get these stories out, because it's the truth about what's really going on. Anybody that's playing around in the chat, y'all can go ahead and get them up out of here, because y'all know how we do it. It's too early in the morning to be playing around, especially about smart and serious situations and about stuff like this. Now, we need to go ahead and get back over to the United States of America. I want to go ahead and talk about Judge Dugan. Does anybody remember Judge Dugan? Judge Dugan, you guys remember in Milwaukee County? That's the judge that basically helped the illegal criminal get out instead of turning them over to ICE when they came into her court to pick them up. Guess what? She is now retired. She submitted a resignation. You remember the one I'm talking about. That's the same lady. Let's get into it, you guys, real quick. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up if you appreciate the content. Let's see what's going on with Judge Dugan over here.
It's Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan today announced her plans to resign. The decision comes a little more than 2 weeks after a federal jury found her guilty of obstruction when federal agents tried arresting an undocumented man outside her courtroom. Andrew Muzu is live in the newsroom for us tonight. Andrew, we know she is still fighting her conviction, so why step down now?
Well, Sam, while still being paid, the Wisconsin Supreme Court suspended Judge Dugan back in May after she was charged. Her caseload has continued under substitute judges. She says even while fighting her conviction, that is not fair to Wisconsin citizens.
I personally expected this to happen.
Defense attorney Julius Kim says Dugan's decision to step down takes the politics out of judicial independence.
Especially after the conviction, the one conviction that was that occurred at trial, because that leaves a lot of things kind of in limbo, in legal limbo, and then also in limbo from a time standpoint, because appeals take a long time.
Last April, federal prosecutors accused Dugan of helping an undocumented man evade federal immigration agents at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. In December, a jury found Dugan guilty of a felony charge of obstructing federal agents, but not guilty of a misdemeanor charge of helping an undocumented immigrant avoid those agents waiting for him. Despite the verdict, Dugan asked Judge Lynn Edelman to schedule a new trial, with the need for temporary judges increasing.
So I think that she recognized that it's probably better for the system and for the people of Milwaukee County if someone else gets appointed that can fill in her position on a full-time basis.
In the letter to the governor, Dugan wrote, "The Wisconsin citizens that I cherish deserve to start the year with a judge on the bench." She goes on to say she does not want the fate of that court rest in a partisan fight in the state legislature.
It is a fortunate situation, but our job is to make sure that not just the Milwaukee County Courthouse, but our justice system is something that we can trust, continue to believe in.
Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley is a supporter of Dugan, who says he's on board with Dugan's decision to resign. Republican State Assembly Speaker Robin Vos tells Fox 6.
I think there may be an underlying situation in this where maybe they were saying, look, yeah, we don't want to give you no jail time or get you in trouble or anything like that and really reprimand you. So we recommend that you resign as a judge here. We'll let you get your pension, let you leave or whatever you have, but that's about it. Because what you did, you're about to get in some serious trouble for it. And I don't even think that she realized in the beginning what she was doing when she was obstructing justice like that. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. I have no idea what's going on with those clown faces. I know they ain't steered towards me, because what I'm about to say right now is this. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. That would get more people over here to see what's going on with our show, Our Bottom Line. Thank you for all the love. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all already know I take all the love and I really appreciate it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to Washington because they're still waiting for Minnesota. Yeah, they still haven't handed over the paperwork that the HHS has been asking for to try to figure out where all the money went from all of that, those daycare centers and all of those food shops for all the welfare money. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a lot to get into this morning. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Let's go.
We are joined by HHS Deputy Secretary Jim O'Neill. Jim, thank you so much for coming on. Looking forward to talking with you about this. So earlier this week, you and HHS announced that you're pausing all child care payments to the state of Minnesota, and you asked the state to start providing proof for those expenses. You want receipts, you want photos, you want justification for why they need that money. Has the state given you anything yet?
We're still waiting. We told them on Tuesday we need receipts. We're not going to send money to Minnesota, to the state, until we know that it's not going to fraud, and the burden of proof is on them to prove it. So we've asked them to send receipts, and we're eager to review them.
And still nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
Wow.
They want the receipts. Y'all heard what he said. They want receipts.
Turton Garrett's report right there. We started off with all the allegations of fraud within the Medicaid program, child care. People knew about that. Then it comes out that the SBA thinks there's potentially upwards of 7,000 fraudulent cases for small business loans during COVID in Minnesota. What the heck is going on in that state?
It just looks worse every week. Everything we learn looks worse than what we knew the previous week in all these programs, in Medicaid, in child care, and across the government. We are taking an all-department approach to stopping fraud, to ensuring that we're not spending money fraudulently in Minnesota, and the rest of the government is doing the same.
So one of the biggest questions is, how was this allowed to happen for so long, right? The Washington Examiner did a little bit of digging, went through some campaign finance reports. Here's an article they put out. It essentially says that Governor Tim Walz received $10,000 from donors who are tied to these Somali-run daycare centers. It says in part, quote, Walz received nearly $10,000 in campaign contributions from supporters connected to these Somali-operated daycare centers. My question to you is, should Governor Walz recuse himself in any of these?
You sure it's just 10,000 and not, you sure that's all they found or all they reported?
Ongoing investigations?
Well, and investigations maybe, but we're also trying to stop new money from going out at the same time as the investigation. So, for example, at the beginning of December, Dr. Oz sent an excellent letter to Governor Walz demanding a corrective action plan on Medicaid fraud. The state just finally delivered the plan a couple of days ago, and we're reviewing it. We are not going to spend money on Minnesota until we are confident there is no fraud. We are doing something similar, as you said, on child care, demanding receipts.
Demanding receipts, y'all. Okay, they want the receipts. Let's keep on moving forward. We going over through the fraud. We done got through the nasty politics. Now let's get a little bit more of this fraud that we got to cover right here.
About that in a second, but I first want to talk about this Medicaid scam that's been going on for years and years, and we need to get federal investigators need to get records. Well, now the owners and the managers of these daycare centers that are spotlighted by questions about fraud or not are claiming that they can't find the records. I just want to play the soundbite of that and get your reaction. Roll it.
I remember this.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book.
They could have had anybody represent better than this fool right here. What the hell are you talking about? Matter of fact, you can't even take care of some paperwork. How you gonna take care of somebody's kids? There were some checkbook paper that was then ripped out from the. What you mean some checks that were ripped out of the checkbook that you guys can't find out where they went? Is that what you're trying to say? And then there was possibly some files that were stolen. Anybody ever see that movie with Martin Lawrence where he played that the guy that was trying to get that diamond back from the police office? When the next thing you know, first he did a burglary with another guy, right? When it was in a construction site in the beginning. Next thing you know, he had to do all types of things to get inside of the precinct. And then the next thing you know, he came in there with that, police officer, I got your paper, I got your paper. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the buckwheat braids in his hair. He did whatever he had to do to try to get in there, right? To do what he had to do. So the reason I'm bringing this up right now, because look at this fool right here. This is kind of what this reminds me of, this entire situation. Like, remember that part when they was in the parking garage, when that fat dude was like, hey, they came in here, they took all of the rims, they took everything. Martin was like, you know what, I need to just kick you in your ass with that side of my shoe. I need to just, you know what, matter of fact, do me if he looked around, because he was criminal know where stuff is at. He looked around, he said, do me a favor, and next thing you know, he opened up the truck and all of the rims was in the back of that truck. Y'all know what I'm basically trying to say here? Inside job. Stop playing with me, man. And then they're gonna try to send this dude with a Yankee hat to try to play it off. He can't even speak good English. And what's these signs about in the back? I also wanted to know about this. Are these people behind him? Are they for him or are they against what he's saying? Because I can't tell if they like behind him supporting him or what. I guess if they over there, they supporting him. Because what does it say? No child care equals no workforce. So you mean to tell me they're trying to act like they need more money and they behind him with this crap? Oh my God. All right, y'all. I kind of got it. I got it together now. I figured out what's going on here. But like I said, they sent the wrong representative for this one.
I don't know whether this guy's telling the truth or not, but I have to tell you, it reminds me of a scene from one of my favorite movies, On the Waterfront, where a corrupt union leader is called to account for his doings and his pay schedule. Let me roll that tape.
You mean to sit there and tell me that your local takes in $65,500 every year and keeps no financial records?
Oh, sure. We got records.
Well, where are they?
Well, you see, we was robbed last night and we can't find no books.
How much do those two sound bites sound alike?
That was a good one.
Hey, what I think is hilarious.
That was a
it's
good
not
one.
funny.
That was a good
so
one.
let's start with that. But
He said, we were robbed last night. They took the books. That was a good one. Let's keep on going, you guys. Florida, prepared for, snap. It's a wrap for snap. That's right. Snap. If you want to try to buy some snacks, it's a wrap. If you're trying to use Snap, it's a wrap. Can't use Snap, it's a wrap. If you try to snap, won't get snacks in Florida with Snap. That's right, you guys. Let's get on to Florida. Prepared foods, candy bars, and more could be on a ban list for SNAP recipients. So no more Jawaka Tima coming up in there like, go on over there and give me that big old thing of such and such right there. Give me that right there. You get that out of your shopping cart. Come on. Yeah, baby, your shopping cart gonna be real small from now on, baby. They might be coming after them Eggos too. A matter of fact, might be coming after the syrup. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what they're gonna make a wrap for SNAP. That's right, prepared foods, candy, and a whole lot of other stuff. And if you're noticing, it's starting at all of the red states first. Let's keep on going. Let's see what we got here.
What you can and can't buy for SNAP recipients are about to change here in Florida. I'm community correspondent Jarrell Baker. Now, items like Butterfingers, sodas, and several other sugary sweets will be banned in Florida for SNAP recipients. I spoke with a local mother who says that it's unfair. Soon, Kit Kat and Hershey bars and more of these food items will be less sweet for families on SNAP benefits.
The same way we don't tell anyone how to spend their paycheck, I don't feel like we should be controlled on what we're supposed to eat.
Starting in April this year, Florida plans to ban soda, candy, and other items deemed sugary junk food from SNAP, joining more than a dozen other states moving to make similar changes.
It's about nutrition, and there's no nutrition in these products. We shouldn't be paying for them with taxpayer money.
Not only that, man, I've been looking at the labels on food. Ooh, you guys, if y'all was to start looking at labels, it'll turn you off that way. Just start reading the labels. You'd be like, what the hell is that? And then you take your phone and you start, wait a minute, it's a preservative for what? It's gonna make you guys y'all change your diet so crazy if you really start reading those labels. Not trying to say you don't, but yeah, some of our favorite things that we think are good, Progresso soup, Goya, all of that stuff, MGO. I'm like, what, for real? Genetically modified, I'm sorry, GMO. I'm like, I can't mess with that stuff. Even the coffee, certain ones of them. Gotta be careful what you're putting in your body. Your body can't fight off and deal with all of that stuff. Your liver and your kidneys and stuff don't know how to process that crap. They put that stuff in the food so it stays longer on the shelves. Let's keep on moving forward. I think they care more about it staying longer on the shelf than the way it tastes nowadays. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to this U.S. Postal Service situation. Like when I'm sure a lot of people are my age, because I see the demo that's on this show, and we know we have a lot of respect for authority. We have respect for, our country. We have respect for each other. We love each other. We have no reason why we don't want to get along and see each one of us prosper. So like when I see certain things that are not like of our times and the things that we're used to, it really throws me off. And it makes me wonder, is that now what our country is coming to? Like stupid stuff in the airport. Never would do anything stupid in the airport. Tell you the truth, I used to wear a suit just to get bumped up to first class. Try it, see what happened. Worked for me so many times it wasn't even funny. May not work anymore like it used to, but when I used to go there, if it was overflow, they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, you got $50 or $75. Oh, you damn right. I'll give you $75 more to get up in first class. Is a pig's pussy pork? You damn right, because you got that suit on and you look proper. They'll sit you down in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes when you play the part, you get more respect for certain things, and that's why your boy always shows up right every day. This way, if you ever rewind the video of Bugatti, I'm just gonna put it on the line. Your boy always had his together. That's right. Coming on here looking crazy for no reason. Now let's keep on moving forward. Where we going with this right now? I think we got to get to this Postal Service letter carrier situation. Why I wanted to go into all of that retrospect stuff, because we would never do anything that has to do with a mailbox, never mess with a mail carrier packages, or even bother the person that's delivering the mail, because you and I know that that's federal. But nowadays, again, when you see what's going on nowadays, you're like, you know what? Maybe it's not just, maybe it's something that is evolving, because nowadays there's no limit to what people do. This story right here is what I'm trying to lead up to, is what we got this U.S. Postal Service letter carrier who was literally real snobbed, can't say that, and they took the whole carrying cart. Check this out, you guys. And I'm like, this had to be some YNs.
A federal investigation is underway after a U.S. Postal Service mail carrier was robbed on the job in the city's Belts-Hoover neighborhood. Police say the thief made verbal threats and then demanded the mail bag and the master mail key from the carrier.
And our Shelley Bortz reports from Belts-Hoover tonight after talking with neighbors.
This quiet stretch of Belts-Hoover Avenue and Climax Street is where police say that mail carrier was confronted, stopped in her route, threatened, and robbed in broad daylight. But what makes this case especially concerning for neighbors in this area is what was taken and what investigators aren't saying.
There's a crime problem over here.
It happened just before 10 Wednesday morning. Police say a female driver pulled in front of a U.S. Postal Service letter carrier, made verbal threats, and demanded her mail bag, along with her postal key. Fearing for her safety, investigators say the carrier handed everything over.
That's not a normal occurrence for the mailman to get robbed on his job. That suggests to me that people aren't caring anymore and that they are in jeopardy. And if they're in jeopardy, I'm in jeopardy.
Beyond fearing for their own safety, people who live in this area say the stolen postal key is raising serious red flags.
Didn't even think about what he just said. He just made a whole lot of sense. He said, if they in jeopardy, I'm in jeopardy. Real talk. That's a federal person pushing that mail cart right there that they just did that to. But again, I don't know if she should have just gave over that cart to somebody yelling at her and the key like that, unless, I mean, did they produce a weapon or something like that? Because that sounds, it could be a little sketchy here. How many years does this postal worker have on the job? Does she have any bills and any debts that she's owed? Because that could be her homegirl, and this could be an inside Jill's knob. I'm just gonna go there, allegedly. I'm gonna put it all on the line, because if I'm holding back, you guys wouldn't get where I'm going with it. This could be a total, a legit event, but it could be something else as well. Somebody just rolling up on you and you giving them all that and the key. What weapon? I ain't heard nothing about no weapon. And I ain't got no weapon, but where the weapon at?
Residents like Eddie Toussaint worry that key could give someone access to multiple mailboxes and potentially sensitive personal information.
When you get that mail key, now you have access to everybody's mail in the building. And depending on how big the building it is, that could be a lot of profit for them and a lot.
Hey, yo, check this out. I'm going to have my homegirl pull up on you so it don't look like nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you 5,000, all right? Just comply, and you're going, okay, well, hey, oh, that's a good plan. Come on, I'm going there with it. I'm going there with it. Somebody said, third degree, the fourth degree, put the hot light on her. Turn on the hot light. That's right, put on the hot light on her. What's going on? We already know what's going on. Walk in there like a parent. Now, we're going to give you a chance to tell us what you did, because we already know what's going on. Or you can lie and make it worse for yourself. Now, we done told you your rights and everything like that. Yes, you can get a lawyer and all that, but might as well tell us what's going on, because we already know. And we can help you out, because we know that sometimes things get hard. Yeah, let her start telling it. Turn on that hot light.
A lot of problems for the victims. And it takes a while to clean up your identity theft.
Neighbors tell us this robbery has shaken their sense of safety, especially since it happened in broad daylight and the suspect is still on the loose. They say they're seeing more crime creep into the neighborhood and believe the climate in the area needs to change.
Now, in all fairness, because we got somebody in the comments, and I saw that. I don't know why that comment stood out, because I do want to be fair. Someone said it's a shame when victims, what did you say? I want to say it. Well, when victims for not being believed. Sick of victims not being believed. Okay, you've made your point, because there's more than one way of looking at this. That's the only thing I said. It could be the way that they're saying it, and it could be another way. She could be a victim of that situation. The only thing I'm saying is I have not heard anything about a weapon being produced, and I'm thinking that could be a reason why it could be a little sketchy. I understand your point and respect it. Thank you so much for actually putting your suggestions in the comment. Also, Liberty and Justice, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, all of our mods and family members that are in here. Let's step it up when it comes down to bow. Let's get them up out of here, because I understand it's a little crazy today. Don't worry about the number of people being here. If they being disrespectful or like borderline, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I try to do the best that I can do with the information that I get. And yes, I do have my opinion, and I try to give more than one side of it. But if they trying to make it stick like I'm doing that or whatever like that, to try to make it like I'm leaning towards one side, I don't personally like that. Let's keep a light on that person and see what's going on with them, because I've already made my point as well, because I try to be fair with everybody. But if people are acting crazy up in here, please be my guest, get them up out of here. And do your boy a favor. The ones that do appreciate the show, can you hit that like button? We've got the content to turn around. We're looking all better up in here. It's Purple Sunday. We got everything on point. Can you do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up? It's actually free. Don't cost you nothing. I think it's somewhere over here at this point. Yeah, the like button should be over there. And we got that notification bell down there. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm going to try to get it on point now. Yeah, notification bell should be somewhere down there. Yeah, go ahead and turn the notification bell on. What you guys got for me over here? Don't worry, Bugatti. They be on that. I know they be on that, but get them out of here because we ain't got no time to play for them. We got to cover these real stories like in California where we got a violinist right now. And yeah, I used to play the viola and I was good at it. That's right. I was so good at playing the viola that I knew how to cheat when it came down to doing your solo. My instructor would never let me go third or fourth. When I was in the third grade, I was a good violinist, believe it or not. So I never really wanted to like practice and stuff, but I knew how to play the violin and I had the rosin and all of that stuff. So what I would do was I would wait for the person to play before me and I would mimic what they did, right? So he caught me one day. He said, you know what? You go first now. And I was like, and he knew I didn't do my homework. Okay, you guys, let's get on over to California where this violinist is accused Will Smith of number 6 sexual harassment. And it's a lawsuit coming up. So we got Jada Pinkett that's being sued. And now we got in West Philadelphia, born and raised. Seems like Will Smith just got amazed when he just got sued.
Talent and performed in Smith's band, is accusing the star of predatory behavior. Jim Murray has the details.
Will Smith faces serious allegations in an explosive lawsuit just filed. This violation accusing Smith of predatory behavior and sexual exploitation. Before filing the lawsuit, he posted this cryptic message.
Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was.
Brian Joseph King made a name for himself when he competed on America's Got Talent and dazzled the audience and judges with his incredible talent, placing as a top 3 finalist in 2018. Judge Heidi Klum was so impressed, she ran on stage and gave him a hug. Last year, Joseph was hired to go on tour with Will Smith and his band. Today, the violinist claims Smith told him, "You and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else." He says after he made allegations of sexual harassment to Will Smith's management team, he was fired.
Getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay.
Will Smith.
It's also a violation of the law in New York. If you go to a boss or a manager and you report something like this and they don't take further action, the company can be sued. I told you guys, in certain states, it supersedes whatever you guys got going on with your regular NDAs because the state has it and the federal is federal.
This attorney is firing back, calling the allegations false, baseless, and reckless. They are categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and to ensure that the truth is brought to light.
I don't know, buddy. I guess he thought that since you had that little blue bang coming over like that with that little cornrow going down like that, and you had a little sass in your voice, and maybe you looked a little, allegedly, they probably thought that, he was interested in you. That's what he said. He said you guys had something in common. Y'all had something in common. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get into it. I know what y'all really came for. We got some information on it. The breakdown, the Epstein files. They don't want you to see from the beginning with Virginia Giuffre, but she brought this defamation charge in against Maxwell, and that's what really started the house of cards to come down. Also, this is the information that's very important that everyone's talking about because it's the beginning of everything. Let me help you guys out. Hope you can help me out, as a matter of fact. Let me get that right. Try to get that screen correct so you guys can see everything that's going on up there. Wasn't able to find this in a larger manner, but you guys know how we are. If we can find any pertinent information that's going to keep us moving forward to understanding what's happening, we're going to share it and we're going to show it. So check this out, you guys. This is one of the attorneys that's talking about the Epstein files, and he says a few things about what they probably don't want you to see.
These are the true Epstein files, and we've gone through them so you don't have to. One of the bravest and most vocal survivors was Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Giuffre was involved as a pseudonymous plaintiff in one of the first batch of civil lawsuits against Epstein in 2009. In 2011, she revealed her identity as a survivor of abuse by Epstein and Maxwell. And she went on to file several lawsuits, including one against England's Prince Andrew for sexual abuse when she was 16 and 17, which resulted in an undisclosed settlement.
So I'm not understanding why somebody would settle out if they didn't do anything. I know maybe it doesn't look right or whatever, they just want to get rid of it, but in reality of the matter, if somebody accuses you of something like that and you're that big in stature and you're a royal family, why are you settling out and actually paying them instead of just running the course and saying, I ain't do that, and use your lawyers to fight that case? That's very questionable right there already.
In depositions and public statements, Giuffre has claimed many times that Maxwell recruited and groomed her for sexual abuse. Maxwell vehemently denied this and publicly called Giuffre a liar, and in response, Giuffre filed a defamation lawsuit against Maxwell. The case settled in 2017, but the case generated reams of documents, including depositions, pictures, communications, and a vast trove of other evidence. These and other documentary evidence generated in other civil and criminal cases are the real Epstein files. And in early 2024, the court in Giuffre versus Maxwell ordered the unsealing of many of these documents. These documents had previously been sealed to protect the identities of many of Epstein's victims who still have not publicly identified themselves. But if you want a great lawyer, my law firm, the Eagle Team, can help. And by the way, we don't get paid unless...
Okay, we're going to keep on moving forward. Thank you so much for that information. And we get it from wherever we can get it from, because that made a lot of sense. And anything that makes sense over here, we're going to run with it. Let's keep on moving forward. Of course, we're going to check into it and see what's going on. But yes, if Ghislaine Maxwell has already been found guilty and they have all of the files and the transcripts from that case and the things that were alleged and all of the witness transcripts, they need to really bring that stuff up too. And that might be the reason why Ghislaine said, you know what? She didn't want the files to come out as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, we peeling this onion back, y'all. Let's be peeling this onion back. If you guys appreciate the content and your boy getting up early in the morning to make sure that we on top of all of this stuff, do me a favor and double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Also, do me a favor, hit that notification bell down there so that they know when we're on, and give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, I'm not even gonna do that because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. And you guys are gonna leave me alone about my jacket because this ain't no pimp jacket. This is a nice one of one right here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Thanks for all the love. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and let's keep it moving because the lawyers say the #1 files that need to be redacted is larger than the previous known. I think it's actually 5.2 million files, not 1 million.
Lawyers for a group of Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking survivors say the scale of files yet to be released is far larger than previously known. The attorneys say that as little as 1% of Epstein's case files have so far been released by the Justice Department, and the New York Times is reporting that 5 million pages of files are being reviewed. Earlier this year, President Trump signed a bill into law that required the DOJ to release all of its files by December 19th, a deadline, of course, that has come and gone. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins me now with more on this. Scott, we know you've been following this very closely. So what happened here? I mean, why weren't all of those files already released?
And that's a political question as well as a logistical question, Chanel. I mean, there are Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee who are asking for an internal investigation as to why all these records weren't released by December 19th, because December 19th was the statutory deadline for the full release of the Epstein files. And based on our CBS News review and our conversation with sources, it appears quite clear as this weekend begins, only a small fraction of the millions of pages of files have been released so far. One attorney for a group of survivors estimates it's 1% has been released so far.
Wow.
And there are survivors who are arguing this is not only a flouting of the law, but a re-traumatization of survivors who are wondering when their files or their information is going to be released.
The reason, again, I like that and I like them saying it is because they can cross-reference and tell you who's the redacted person. Hold on a minute, you guys. Thank you so much for Jordan and Jordan Dowdy for the $5 super chat on Purple Sunday. That's right, you guys. We appreciate you with the super chats. And like I said, All super chats and everything that come in this month are going to be going to the fire victim that lost her whole home yesterday in that fire. So whatever comes in this month, we're going to make sure that we send that directly over. Still searching on finding that on finding her GoFundMe. I'll be putting the information up for us to have. Again, you guys don't have to help out or whatever. Again, I'm going to make sure that whatever comes in through the show this month, we donate, because I don't forget about people. And that $20 that came in yesterday, I put that there too. I don't forget nothing. With a big head like this, it's hard to forget stuff. I'm telling you the truth. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's the good thing about having a dome alone. You can't forget. It's hard to forget stuff. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got more information for you, and we've already covered this part of this aspect of this topic here. But I do believe that we have this situation going on in Humboldt Park. Want to know how you guys feel about this? Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get him! It's kind of messed up, and I know you guys are gonna get mad about this, but he's an older man. He's been here for about 20-something years. Has a few businesses, and he got deported. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. There you go. Coffee up to you. Thank you so much. There you go. Who's that right there? Warren Man 586. Everybody, do your boy a favor and give Warren Man some love for the $5 super chat. We'll be donating that as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got a story from Humboldt Park that I want you guys to see. Also want to know, how do you guys feel about this? Because I've got to be honest with you, even though I did the Ice Ice Baby, dancing song in the middle because it's about that, I don't feel exactly 100% that this person should be deported. He has a business, he's been in business for a long time, and he's been employing people. I don't know anything else about him, but when you hear this story, you may or may not agree with me. Let's get into it.
429 this Friday, and a Chicago restaurant owner is on his way to Pakistan right now as part of his deportation.
His family says ICE agents put him on a plane at O'Hare last night, even though he's lived here for decades with no arrest record.
Should have followed the
NBC
law,
5's
said
Patrick
Gorilla.
Fazio talked to his daughter and lawyer.
This has been really hard for us, especially my mom, but we're putting our full faith in God.
Rabia Amin says her father, Asif Amin Chima, should have had his current appeal decided before being deported to Pakistan.
It's absolutely disgusting that this administration removed someone from this country who paid his taxes every single year, who never took government aid.
ICE agents took the 63-year-old into custody back in September. He's owned restaurants in the Humboldt Park neighborhood since the early 1990s.
He did everything the right way. He was a noble, upstanding citizen. He came here with the American dream, and he achieved it by a milestone.
In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security calls Chima an illegal alien from Pakistan who illegally entered the United States in 1989 and has had a final order of removal issued by a federal immigration judge.
The appeal was dismissed in 1993.
And somebody's asking a question in the comments. I'm saying that first, there was no additional crimes. What I do want to say is, that suit looks great on you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What I do want to say is, I love the fact that you guys are commenting and you guys are staying on topic right now. Even if you don't agree, you guys don't understand. You understand you're debating right now. I love this right here. You're talking to each other. You don't have to agree, but I want to hear your opinions on it. I want to know what you guys got to say about it. And you asked me if he got arrested for anything. No, he has no jail record or anything like that, so far from what I've heard.
In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security calls Chima an illegal alien from Pakistan who illegally entered the United States in 1989 and has had a final order of removal issued by a federal immigration judge.
Now, one thing you can't look over, and because I like to be detailed, there's people here because y'all don't play around. It does say that Asif Amin Chima is an illegal alien from Pakistan who illegally entered the United States in 1989 and has had a final order of removal issued by the federal immigration judge. So if that's the case, you can't, no pun intended, you can't trump that.
The appeal was dismissed in 1993.
And then nothing happened.
The family's attorney says Chima has never been arrested and even applied for a green card.
This is one of the worst.
So yes, get Vic, he did get rich. And all that business, he had to get rich.
Because the person is so innocent. The person has done really nothing wrong. We have an appeal pending at the Board of Immigration Appeals. There should be a stay with that. He should be able to have that decided before he gets removed.
His attorney says Chima might have to wait years to ever return to the U.S.
We need to ask our government, why do they make it so hard for immigrants to get their citizenship? Why did my father have to wait 21 years to just apply? Why was he not given the proper due process that he deserved?
Patrick Fazio, NBC5 News.
Try my best to keep up with that story right there because, yes, it is something that I definitely want to look into. And because the man had a business, it's a little different. And I know you guys think the same way as well. Some people said adios. I saw that. Some people say, why didn't he get his stuff straight in the beginning? I saw that. And then when it comes down to the way that you got here, I can't be different from the way that I normally am. If you got here the wrong way and you entered the country illegally, I gotta say, doom, 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 doom. Yeah, and you made money while you were here. That was something that you prospered in doing. And it's just like you cannot, think about this, you guys. I'm gonna put it like this. And let's see if everybody can believe and come to an understanding on one point. You've got 4 pillars. And you got to build a house on it, right? You got these 4 pillars. One is really weak and you know it's there. You know it's there, but you just put it there anyway, right? And then you got the level on top. You got it to level off because of whatever you did with that 1 pillar. All 3 are solid, but 1 is just janky, right? And then you build your house on it. You guys are hanging out. You got your family in there. 7 years, 10 years, everybody's chilling out. And then boom, the whole house on one side just messes up and everything caves in on that side of the house. Nobody gets hurt or anything, but you wind up finding out that it's because of that 1 pillar that wasn't in the house stable. It's kind of like the same situation. You cannot build on a janky or not solid foundation and expect for a possibility of something not to happen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got some new laws in New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you, New York. New York. What's up with these new laws that are going to be taking effect in New York? We're talking about minimum wage. We're talking about tips. We're talking about a lot right here. Let's get into it, you guys, because I live in the state of New York, city of New York. So what new laws are about to take effect?
The minimum wage is going up. There are changes to how you tip delivery workers, and drivers will face new penalties from the DMV when it comes to points on their license. News 4's Kay Ingram breaks it down for us.
Good news for New Yorkers who make minimum wage. You are getting a pay raise up 50 cents an hour from $16.50 to $17 an hour in New York City, Nassau, Suffolk, and Westchester counties.
Everywhere else will also see a 50-cent bump from $15.50 to $16 an hour.
What the hell are you going to do with $17? Are you? Oh, it's a big deal. We're going to raise you guys up from $16.50 to $17, a whole 50 cents, right? That you're going to tax me on in the first place. I ain't going to really see it nowhere. But okay, I'm supposed to be happy about that. 50 cents? You want to give somebody a real raise? Hey, we appreciate the work that you guys are doing around here. We're going to give you $5. At least that's better than, at least I'm going to be able to see it or feel it. And then mess around. Once you get into that next tax bracket, they're going to hit you because you got in the next bracket. You don't think that we know what's going on over here? We are the workforce. 50 cents? Maybe if 50 cents the rapper was giving us a job, but 50 cents? And you live in New York where the minimum rent for a 1-bedroom is probably $2,500. Okay, makes sense. Let's keep on moving forward.
an hour for the rest of the state. It marks New York's third minimum wage increase in the last 3 years.
But that's not all. Here in the city, new changes to delivery apps on your phone like Uber Eats and DoorDash are expected to deliver better wages for delivery drivers.
Beginning January 26th, delivery apps will be required to give you the option to tip before you check out. The minimum default tip will be set at 10% of the bill. You have the choice to leave a custom amount, plus a faster 7-day paycheck turnaround from companies direct to drivers. And in February, a new law will pump the brakes on dangerous driving. The DMV is getting tougher on drivers when it comes to points. Currently, license suspensions happen when you accumulate 11 points for bad driving. That number will now drop to 10 points over 24 months.
Man.
And points for things like speeding, cell phone use, and broken taillights are all going up, meaning more fees and higher penalties for high-risk drivers. And so the next time you work, tip, or drive...
Man, New York is already like this. It's already rubberneck. And I'm not even talking about traffic. You could come into a part of the city where there's no traffic at. You go through a school zone, bing, $55. You were 3 miles over the traffic, over the speed limit. What? I'm telling you, it happened to me on my motorcycle one time. That's why when I ride, it's like you got to be real careful when you're driving through the city. And they have it in a way that it's all paced out. If anybody drives in New York City here, you guys know what I'm talking about. You can't get anywhere at a certain amount of time that you're really trying to get there. Oh, it's clear over here. Let me just run down this. Oh, boy. Let me turn down. Oh, man. What the? Oh, gosh. And then if you don't got to deal with the traffic, you got to deal with the people walking in front of your car. You got to deal with all of the people that's all of the buses. You got to deal with all the nonsense. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever been in New York City, Boston too, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Boston is crazy. Forget about it. I've been to Boston before. Atlanta's even worse. And you turn in those corners, and if you really want to talk bad or you really want to really feel the pain, go on over to Los Angeles and deal with some of that morning rush hour traffic trying to get to work. Woo! Oh boy, that's something to talk about right there. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
Don't forget, new year, new rules. Kay Ingram, News 4 New York.
New year, new rules, you guys. So y'all heard it, the points on it, you're gonna have the points to deal with and a lot of other stuff coming up. Let's keep on moving forward right now because I think I'm about to start using Betty Boop on the t-shirts with our bottom line. I'm gonna have Betty Boop holding the bottom line logo. I'm gonna have all this other stuff going on. And guess what? They can't do nothing about it. And if you guys know what I know and you got a business right now, this is the time to be creative. Why? Because copyright. New copyright laws take effect in 2026, making certain characters as well as works public domain. That means you're open to artists, creators, and new sorts of people that want to do developing. You remember that movie Wicked? Where do you think that came from? It came from The Wizard of Oz, but they had to get clearance for that. Guess what? Certain things that are up right now, you don't have to get any clearance from. Like for instance, I'll give you one right now. Did you know Betty Boop used to have dog ears? Did you know that? Until they finally decided on a final design. So yes, that first rendition, you can use it. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys check this out. And that's just the basic way that I can tell you the reasons why you can actually use it. Let's break it down real quick, you guys that's interested in this.
And Nancy Drew. Thousands of copyrighted works dating back to 1930 officially became public domain at the start of this year. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn explains what that really means and how those beloved characters can now be used.
Terry Cohn said, yes, she did.
The film All Quiet on the Western Front entered new territory in 2026. The 1930 Best Picture winner is now in the public domain, meaning it's no longer protected by copyright. There are other works available too, from songs like Georgia on My Mind,
Georgia. YouTube, you better not mess with me because this is public domain. Georgia on My Mind.
To comic strips like Blondie and original
Yo, you see how your boy be on point like crazy? I just talked about Dagwood Bumstead 2 days ago with me and Casey was laughing about that. Blondie! And look, all of a sudden it's up for grabs right now. You don't think I'm using these comic strips? I'm using all of this stuff. Y'all gonna see y'all gonna be dying laughing. Y'all gonna be like, yo, Bugatti actually really did it. He got Dagwood Bumstead running in front of the Our Bottom Line logo. Why not? That's right.
Versions of some characters. Mickey's dog Pluto was initially called Rover. And when Betty Boop first popped on screen, she had dog ears.
Some of these characters change and develop over time. And so it's only the first iterations, you might want to call them Betty Boop 1.0 or Pluto 1.0, that are in the public domain.
Duke professor and intellectual property law expert Jennifer Jenkins leads a team that tracks down copyright records every year.
Looking at these works is like a time capsule, and you realize that the memory of the Roaring '20s was fresh, but we were in the midst of the Great Depression.
Classic books include The Little Engine That Could, the first 4 Nancy Drew novels, and Agatha Christie's The Murder at the Vicarage. Even the original FIFA World Cup trophy is now fair game.
What can artists and creators do with these works now that they're in the public domain?
Artists and creators can use these works in their own creations without having an army of lawyers, without having to worry about a lawsuit, without having to track down the original copyright owners.
Jenkins says Access helps push art
You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to use that.
Forward and generate big new ideas like Wicked, based on public domain characters from the Wizard of Oz book.
You can see the public domain all around you. It's a wellspring of creativity.
A fresh start for some classic works.
All right, you guys. So yes, anybody that's interested in that, I just thought that we swing it a different way on Purple Sunday to bring some content into you guys and let you see what else is going on besides the drama. But guess what? We got to get into the drama. Let's get on over to Pittsburgh, where it never fails. That's right, you guys. Y'all thought it was over? It's just begun. We've only just begun to get our bottom line started. We got a lot of show to give. Let's keep on going over to Pennsylvania, PA, where we got this man who assaulted his girlfriend, then took the baby, went to the corner store. First person he saw, he gave the baby to them. Said he'd be right back. He left his money at the house. I'm not making this stuff up. I told you already, you can make some stuff up in your head nowadays and it'll just happen to itself. I'm telling you what I just said is the truth. I don't make up stories.
Jackie, a really scary day for this mother and her baby. First, according to police, she gets attacked by her boyfriend, and like you mentioned, then he steals her baby and drops him off with strangers at this bodega. We spoke to the woman who kept the baby until police showed up. Because we blurred the image due to privacy and safety reasons, you can't see what this Philadelphia police officer is holding. But it is a baby that police say was abandoned with strangers at a North Philadelphia corner store by his mother's boyfriend after a domestic violence incident. Police say it all started around 1:15 Friday afternoon in the 4600 block of Nelson Street in West Philadelphia. According to officials, the man attacked his girlfriend, stole her baby, and headed to this corner store on Luzerne Street in Juniata, where he abandoned the child. Surveillance.
Somebody said, I live in Philadelphia. I believe it. Somebody write in the comments right now said, I believe it. That's why I love getting content from where y'all from. So I can be like, oh, wow, it's somebody that know what I'm talking about.
Video obtained by NBC 10 shows us the man entering the grocery store with the infant and then handing the baby to this woman he didn't know.
He said that was his son, and he just said that he was going back to the premises where he was at.
What?
To go get his money and cards or something like that. And he was coming back for the baby.
But the thing is, the man never did. Police say the man, who is not the child's biological father, took the baby out of the house, not properly clothed, covered in just a blanket. Justine Madera says she heard the man screaming and arguing with himself in an alley before he entered the store.
He said that mom was on drugs or whatever the case may be, and DHS was already involved in their life and stuff like that. And I felt bad. So, like I said, I'm pregnant myself. I'm 5 months. And I just felt bad for the baby. He kept crying and crying and crying. So I'm just doing everything in my power to make sure the baby was okay.
That baby was crying because he wanted his mother.
Children don't have anything to do with, whatever goes on in their household.
The incident left other neighbors like Varo Jimenez in shock as store employees searched the area for the suspect.
Yeah, everybody, it's a surprise for everybody in Juniata. This is impossible. The baby is only in blanket.
Justine says the baby was left in her.
Somebody said she'll be back with him by the end of the week.
care for at least 30 minutes until police showed up and recovered the child. Police say the man was arrested a block away on L Street. The child's mother was taken to the hospital where she was treated for injuries to her face and throat.
Somebody said they live in that neighborhood. Who's that? That's around my neighborhood. The baby wants his mom. Yes, exactly, Bugatti. That is so messed up. She probably will. Not even a whole week. I give it 3 days, somebody said. Yeah.
It's an emotional situation. I wish that baby didn't have to go, little Noah didn't have to go through none of that. And God bless him, and hopefully he has beautiful things coming his way.
Luckily, police tells us that the baby was taken to the hospital. He was checked and he did not have any visible injuries.
The sad part about this is even if the child winds up in like foster care, Lord knows what the care is going to be like. Hopefully he has a grandmother or somebody that actually cares for him, because in tragic times like this, I mean, that's the parents right there. Lord knows. I hope the grandparents are better or alive that can take him. You know, let's pray for the soul. Let's pray for that child, and thank God for covering him and letting that lady be able to actually step in, stand there with that man and get that information from him to make him feel comfortable enough to give her that child, and that the baby's safe now. Hopefully, it'll be able to keep on moving continuously safe, just like she said. Amen. That was a beautiful person right there. We're lucky that that lady was around, because just I hear what you guys are saying when you said, yeah, that's PA, that's Philadelphia. But you know what? I gotta step up. I gotta step up for Philadelphia right now because of what she did. She showed the love part of Philadelphia. So you may have schism buckets like that father, but look at her, how she held it down for that baby with no thoughts. I'll take it. I'll make sure that you're all right. There you go. Straight up and down. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Love will conquer it. I'm telling you. Beat up animal, put some love to it and watch what happens. Let's keep on moving forward. Have you received the package that you did not order? You could be a victim of this growing scam right here. This is the one we was talking about earlier right here. Check this out.
Have you ever gotten an item in the mail that you just know you didn't order? Well,
I ain't ordered this shit. What the hell I need with this?
Might be part of a growing scam, and folks here in Hampton Roads have been victims.
So what does it mean for your personal information? That's the other question. 10 of your side's Ashley Knight is here to tell us. Ashley?
Well, Tom, Aisha, what do a foot massager, a camo print jacket, and a car battery charger all have in common? They were packages that one man received as part of what's called a brushing scam, and it usually means your personal information is no longer private. Jason Brown wasn't expecting a package.
I came home, I saw a big box in the front. I'm like, I didn't order anything.
It was from Amazon with his name and address on the label. Inside was a foot massager neither he nor his family ordered.
First thought was that I got hacked and then somebody stole my identity.
Jason works in cybersecurity, so his antenna went up.
I subscribed to Aura. I want to make sure my identity was protected. On Amazon, I just made sure that I did the two-factor authentication.
But then another package came.
I received a car battery charger.
And another one.
I'm trying to figure out why is this happening to me exactly. I'm all like, I kind of feel like I'm being targeted.
He gave the tracking number to Amazon, who said they'd call if anything was amiss. Brown then called his mom, who works for the post office, and she told him this happens all the time. It's known as a brushing scam. That's when smaller companies send out items to random addresses so they can write fake 5-star reviews. If you're a victim, your personal information is out there for people to see. Newer versions of the scam also include QR codes that, when you scan them, they can hack into your information that way. Brown's advice?
Don't put your direct credit card information, use PayPal or whatever, and definitely do two-factor authentication if that website allows.
The package doesn't always come from Amazon. Brown also got one from a small company located in California. Now, for more protection, you can also sign up for a program like Aura that he talked about that will protect you online. And we'll have information about that at wavy.com.
Okay, you guys, you know your boy's always trying to look out for you, always trying to make sure that you guys are put up on the schisms and them trying to hit your accounts and do all types of sneaky stuff. Let me ask you guys, have you ever received a package that you didn't order? Have you ever got one of those QR codes? Be careful, even if it's something that's like, you've just won this, just scan this code. They're trying to get your information, you guys, trust me. Good morning, Terry. Free gifts for all, do not scan QR codes. Got news for everyone. All our info has been sold constantly everywhere. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that because we've been sharing our emails and our contact information with a various number of different websites, and those companies probably sold your information. They do that. They do it a lot. So that person was right about that. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to South Carolina. I don't like this story right here, but we have to show it. It's about a 4-year-old who's no longer with us. I am not going to be able to say exactly what happened with this situation, but let's get on over to South Carolina where neighbors are shocked after a mother is charged with the tragic murder and the death of her 3-year-old daughter. Terrible.
Tonight, a mom is facing murder charges after Columbus police found her 3-year-old girl dead. 41-year-old Sharon Sakalos is now behind bars. Police say her daughter died at a home in South Columbus around 5:30 last night. 10 TV's Lacey Chris spoke with neighbors, and she joins us live from Columbus Police Headquarters. This is heartbreaking, Lacey.
It really is, and according to a police report, the mother admitted to detectives that she suffocated the girl on purpose.
She's 3. She was very, very bright. She was a very, very sweet girl, and we really liked her.
Tristan Price lived across from 41-year-old Sharon Sakulos for the past year and a half.
In our gut that she was not a good person, not a good parent.
Neighbors tell me when Columbus police showed up last night, they had a bad feeling about what had happened.
The cops come to us. We're like, hey, like, we can watch the baby. Like, you know, if the mom's going to jail, like, we've watched her before. We'll watch her again. He's like, the baby's gone to the hospital. He didn't specify that she was dead. He's like, I don't know if you guys believe in prayer, but definitely pray. And it was just it just shook us a lot.
The details are heartbreaking. According to a police report, Columbus police tried to revive Cassidy Sakulos until Columbus Fire arrived and took her to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Neighbors say they saw Sakulos outside while police were inside the home.
We seen her out there standing kind of stoic and calm, smoking a cigarette. Like, way too calm.
According to court records, medical personnel told homicide detectives Cassidy had signs of bruising. When detectives interviewed Sakulos, according to court documents, she admitted she suffocated Cassidy. Court records say she told detectives she put a plastic bag over Cassidy's head and that her intention was to kill Cassidy.
I'm sorry for the dad.
And Sakulos is scheduled to be in court tomorrow. Reporting live, Lacey Chris, 10 TV News.
Oh, woo! Could not have gotten through that without you guys, I'm telling you, and I'm sorry that I had to even report it, but I need us to be aware of situations like that. That is not a mother. That is nowhere near a mother right there, because my mother, not that lady that would that would wash you, that would walk you to the corner, get you that banana and that orange juice, that would stop you on the corner and rub that Vaseline or that Sanford and Son or that lotion on your face to make sure that you're looking good, to make sure, no, not no mother that I know would ever do anything like that. No. And guess what? I want to say that I wish anything that she deserves, that she gets to her, that happens. I want to pray for the soul of the lost child in this tragic event, as well as all children that are lost in these events and stuff like this that happen. I don't like to report stories like this, but I like to report it because maybe there could be somebody watching that's dealt with it before that can actually help, that can actually get some help from it or healing from it, and understanding that people out here know, and many people have dealt with the same thing. I just want to give some strength, resolve, some love, and some affection to the family in this tragic event. Amen. It's crazy right there, y'all. I can't believe it. I mean, like, what would make you even do something? Wood chipper on slow, I don't even think that's going to be enough. I don't even think the wood chipper on slow is going to be enough for her. I think it needs to be like, what do they call that thing when they do the I can't even say it on here. That's how it'll work. The chamber, but with the flamer chamber. When they put the whole thing in there and the oven, yeah, that's what she needs. And I cannot believe nothing like that to your own child when people can't even have children, and the people that would love to have a beautiful daughter like that. Do you see how those neighbors? She was so innocent. She said, "Oh, we'll take the daughter. We always watch her." A good lady. You saw that? A beautiful mom like that. And she wound up with a terrible monster like her mother. Let's keep on moving forward to Colorado, you guys, because I got some other stuff I want you guys to look at because it makes a lot of sense for us to cover ourselves. I want to make sure that we're doing this and like being honest with you. We've been covering it on airplanes. We've been covering lithium batteries in different places like our homes. I'm not even going to play around with this. This is fire officials who want people to be careful of their cell phone batteries and the fire dangers that come along with it. We started this story a couple of weeks ago, but we're continuing to go as much as we can with updates and any information that we can find.
Well, this video is absolutely gut-wrenching. Flames charring a house, blowing out windows, even spreading to a truck in the driveway. Now, the family that lived inside is homeless just before the new year. All of that because of a cell phone. Your reporter, Gabrielle Vidal, joins us live tonight. And Gabby, investigators say that phone was left plugged in.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. It seems like second nature for any of us to leave our phones plugged in during the day or even at night. But doing so and not knowing that you have a damaged lithium-ion battery inside your phone, the combination could lead to a fiery outcome. One family's home destroyed during the holidays.
We have been seeing more cases of lithium-ion battery fires.
West Metro fire officials say a phone left on the charger in the Lakewood home could have sparked the fire.
I also want to talk about this because everyone's done it before. I know people get broke sometimes and you don't really have the money like that, but I really don't even think you need to be wrapping your wire around your phone once that thing starts to get a little messed up and it's not giving you the good signal, especially when you're trying to leave it overnight. And surely never put your phone under a pillow or a mattress or under the sheets or anything because the battery definitely gets hot. I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with that before, but I've made a mistake before and fell asleep with my phone. It wound up under the pillow or under the sheet or something or on my arm, and it felt like it was really hot. So it's definitely not a good idea to put it like under the pillow or around the bed or any materials and things like that. I'm sure you guys know about this. Lithium batteries are not good. Unplug when sleep, but it's hard because people charge their phones overnight. Yup. God, thank you for the news. Bugatti, thank you guys for coming through, and I really appreciate you. And what did Terry say? Because Terry must have hit it on the head if somebody said that. I think it's safe that humans are the animals, Luigi. All right, I got it before it scrolled up. Let's keep going.
We don't want to try to generate fear with this. What we want to do is make sure that people are educated and understand what they can do to lower their risk.
Captain Dan Wanger says that starts by making sure people are using chargers that were manufactured for their device and unplugging the phone from the charger when the phone is fully charged and ideally before falling asleep.
Charge it on a hard surface, preferably something non-combustible like a stone or a concrete. To make sure that you're using the proper charging device.
But it's also spotting the signs when a phone's lithium-ion battery may be failing before plugging it in.
If a battery feels warm or hot, especially when it's under normal use, that's an obvious sign that there's a problem. In addition, sounds, if it's hissing, bulging, or deformation of the battery itself. If the battery's not...
Like when your phone starts swelling and all of that because the battery... Get rid of the battery or the phone, it's worth it before something like this happens. That means the battery is already swelling and it's gonna probably pop anyway.
Not clicking in correctly or clicking out of a device.
Wanger says with increasing use of lithium-ion batteries in homes, departments across the metro also expect instances like this to rise, but neighbors can help.
If you smell a strange odor, or if you see smoke, that is a sign that the device has already failed. If it's burning, call 911, get the fire department to respond.
West Metro Fire says, well, they do speculate that the phone being plugged in and charging was the cause of the fire. They do say the fire is still under investigation, and the Red Cross is assisting the family who's been displaced from the fire.
And sometimes we always want our phone to be on fully charged and all of that. Sometimes, believe it or not, it's better to let your phone drain all the way out, believe it or not. No, Bugatti, I need my phone. No, but guess what? It gives the battery a better strength and a better power. That's right. You need to let it die sometime. Oh, my phone died. You got that little thing that come up? Now you go ahead and charge your phone, because now it's charging from the lowest denomination all the way up, and it's building all the way up and giving you an actual true amount of what your power gauge is. If you keep seeing it at, oh, it's at 30%, let me plug it in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can do that, and that's what everybody normally does. But sometimes, at least once or twice a month, I know for a fact that it's good to let your phone just go ahead and go out sometimes, because I do it to all my devices. It gives them a longer lifespan. You guys, do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. We talking about politics. We talked about family. We got a whole bunch of smorgasbord of stuff going on over here. Epstein files, Will Smith. Do your boy a favor if y'all appreciate this content. If you have not become a member, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on, and subscribe to the channel. And right now, give me all the money in your pockets. Give it to me. Nah, I'm just messing with you, because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I ain't trying to hit your pockets up too much. I ain't gonna try to hit your pockets up too much. But what I would appreciate, let's go ahead and see if we can make that 400 likes mark. We got enough content to do it, because guess what? It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat? Party ain't over. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's keep on working. Let's get on over to Phoenix, where this woman accuses an Uber driver of putting her life in danger. Right after that, somebody else reported it, the same thing. Check this out, you guys. Be careful of these ride-share drivers, and make sure that this is a sad thing. You never know what the temperament of a person is because of what the last person left them on. What level they were left on, or what they were already feeling. So you got to be careful when you're dealing with these situations. Check this out. Perfect example.
When many are relying on ride shares to get home safely, one Valley woman says her experience was anything but safe.
She says she was left fearing for her life during a recent Uber trip. She caught the whole thing on camera. Megan Spector joins us live in downtown Phoenix with more on this. Megan.
Yeah, the rider tells me that she got into an Uber with her boyfriend in Phoenix, and she says within minutes they both didn't feel safe. That's when they both started yelling at the driver just to let them out of the car. They got dropped off here in downtown Phoenix, which is about 40 miles from where they were supposed to get dropped off. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, stop. Hey.
Holy just
hey,
stop the car!
car.
Stop the car! A nightmare ride caught on camera. Yuki Momahara says she started recording when her Uber driver put her life in danger and wouldn't stop.
He almost hit the wall. He almost hit the guardrail. He was going left, and we were deliberately asking him to stop, take this exit. We want to get let out.
Right.
No, right. We're going right. Take a right.
At first, I thought maybe something was wrong with him. Maybe he was intoxicated. Maybe there was something underlining medical issue. I really don't know. But the fact of him not letting us out was very scary and terrifying.
Stop right now. Stop. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes right now. Hey, put your in the park.
I know you got a lot of guys in here right now that's saying, I woulda. Yeah, but he's driving. You can't knock him, rock him, sock him if he's driving. I know, I see you guys in the comments. Wait a minute. It says, I'm back. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, Josheen. Is it a William Afton? Most phones, you can remove the battery anymore. You can't remove the battery anymore, but do me a favor. What do you guys think about this Uber driver right here that's doing whatever he wants? Went up on the partition and almost hit the road sign, got back off of there, then almost hit the wall as he was driving down the highway. What you guys think about this? You guys been watching this story right here?
Yuki was with her boyfriend, who confronted the driver after eventually coming to a stop.
You're right, dude.
He told him that he's having a bad day, so everybody's gonna have a bad day. He told my boyfriend that if he doesn't get out of his vehicle, that he will hurt him. So my boyfriend jumped out of the vehicle and he sped off.
They filed a report with Uber.
She just said that we're gonna be investigating this. Please send us the video. But for now, he's not suspended. He will just be not paired with you until we further review.
The next day, Yuki posted this video. She says Uber contacted them again and said he was suspended until further notice. Uber commented on the post saying that he has been deactivated from the platform. But Yuki wasn't the last passenger that night.
If you actually look at our timestamps, her ride ends at 11:47 and our ride was accepted at 11:48.
Ooh, imagine being a ride after her. Woo, boy, he already charged up, tried to hit the wall, went up on a partition. Oh, God, Uber.
Carlson says that same night she ended up with that driver and had a similar experience.
He was driving way too fast. He almost blew through one stop sign and had to jerk to a stop. He blew through a yield sign and almost sideswiped a car. We probably told him to get off on the next exit 5 or 6 times until he finally veered over 3 lanes, got off.
Eva connected with Yuki on Instagram after seeing her video.
After finding out all this information, I was like, hey, why after getting the police called on him, getting a report done, and being notified of a crash, was he able to come pick us up?
Do we need to call the cops on you? Please stop the car.
An Uber spokesperson did confirm with me that that driver was deactivated from the Uber platform. After we got this response, they did follow up with Uber, asking that spokesperson how their protocols work and how this driver was able to pick someone else up right after this incident occurred, but we haven't heard back about that yet.
Who that in the comments that said that they had this happen to them and they had to have a taxi driver open to let her out? Who said that? Jeff said that. I'm sorry, Jeff. I had that happen to me once, and I had to have a cab driver let me out. Wow. Hey, sounds no good, lady. Free food. Okay, keep on going. Terry Cornell. Okay, what's going on with the chocolate, you guys? Liberty, Audrey, will do, ladies. Okay, yeah, make sure I get some chocolate, Terry. Liberty and Justice. I'm right next door to Maiden and Southern, and it's going to be awful. Oh, okay. Okay, you guys, let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Houston. I want to know if you guys know about this peeping Tom right here. He worked in a popular Houston restaurant, and he's been locked up, and I don't think he's getting out for what? The number sexual crimes. And he's been hiding cameras in the family bathroom at his job. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to watch out for freakazoids like this. I also want you guys to know what to look for if you ever see anything like this, what to look out for.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ron Trevino. We begin with a disturbing arrest. An employee at a popular restaurant in Hedwig Village.
Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we got to warn our people about people like this.
Is under arrest tonight, accused of hiding a camera in a bathroom. And it was another employee at Lupe Tortilla that made that discovery. Amanda Henderson joins us live with this troubling story. Amanda.
Somebody said I'm embarrassing Houstonians.
There's a lot of people that have been talking about this ever since it
Ain't my
happened.
fault.
But the Hedwig Village police chief tells me tonight that less than 24 hours after the employee and general manager came to them about the camera being found, they made an arrest in the case.
As the sun sets, the daily dinner rush starts at Lupe Tortilla, a popular restaurant in Hedwig Village, where Justin Wood is the police chief.
I can't say enough about their cooperation. It really means a lot.
On Tuesday, the restaurant called the Hedwig Village Police Department with a disturbing allegation.
Regarding a camera that was found in the family restroom, and it was found by an employee who picked it up with paper towels and immediately took it to the general manager of the restaurant.
Chief Wood says the preliminary investigation shows the camera was allegedly installed right after 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The female employee then discovering it underneath the family bathroom sink around 7:10 p.m. the same day.
It was motion activated, is what my investigators told me later.
So he put a motion activated camera up under the sink so he could see people. Yeah, he was a straight up a pervert.
It was not recording for the full 30 minutes. If someone came into the restroom, it would pick up activity.
According to court documents, the camera allegedly recorded both an adult and a child. Chief Wood says it also recorded a photo of the suspect.
Somebody said, not Lupe Tortilla, I just ate there.
Fortunately for us, his face was captured on the actual camera as he was installing it. So that was obviously a A helpful clue?
31-year-old Basin Elias Pugh, also an employee at Lupe Tortilla, was detained Wednesday evening after arriving for his shift at the restaurant. He now faces a felony charge for invasive visual recording. Chief Wood says Pugh also has an ICE hold on him for allegedly having fake IDs.
We did reach out to ICE and have them run the resident alien card number and discovered that the resident alien card was belonged to someone else born in 1930, but it had his information on it. So it was a fictitious resident alien card and a fictitious social security card.
Always a freakazoid. You see that?
And I did.
It's always them with the DUIs, with the stuff that they doing, messing with the kids. It's always the illegals. Look at that.
Reach out to the restaurant's corporate office, but have not heard back at this time. However, Chief Wood says that the staff has been extremely forthcoming with helping them in the investigation and providing information about when they found the camera in the restaurant.
I'm just glad they was able to catch this freakazoid and get him out of that situation. And hopefully, nobody else has been, he got any videos, anybody else before that or anything crazy, because that right there, oh, yeah. And we want to say yes, a prayer, because we glad that he got caught. He got what he deserved, and hopefully he get locked up and they don't let him out. I want to ask you guys a quick question here. Let me ask you, we got a surprise for you guys, but I want to ask you a question real quick. Do you guys have any snow where you are? Just in case you do, I'd like to show you a hack. I deal with the snow all the time. Sometimes it's good money and sometimes it's not. But just in case you have a home or a house, you might just want to think like this smart person. I've been holding on to this video for a while, but I think it's about time for us to check this out. Check this out. I don't know if you guys have a home where you're doing any shoveling or anything like that, but if you do, you might want to do what this smart guy did. Check this out.
Oh, what do we have here? We got, I guess, a winter snow hack. Yep, it worked. What worked? I'm 33 years old and I love watching people do everyday tasks. You know, guys, I have never had a snowing Christmas, like, consistently. It usually come in Texas, like, once every 10 years. We just had one, like last year and then like 4 years before that. Well, before then, little to none snow. Okay? Hold on, what, bro got a home?
What do y'all think about doing this?
No. That is so genius. So he had like a little cover on his car, so you don't have to, well, his truck. I want a Ford F-150 all-wheel drive.
It ain't over. He's a real genius. He don't got to do no shoveling.
And then, I know Snow hate to see this person coming. Bro, this is super genius. Like, sorry for breathing the same air you breathe. Like, how did you know that you could do this? Amazon? Like, I want to know, like, Joe, because, wow.
I mean, he has absolutely no snow on his stairs walkway. It is literally like bone dry over there, yo. You mean, I'm over here looking at this like, this dude can put me out of business with plastic.
Bro just literally got all the snow off the concrete. You know, my mom, she messed up her ankle really bad, like broke it, walking on, concrete, and it was iced over. So this is genius. Oh!
All right, y'all. You know, everything I find, I told you, whatever I find, I love to share with my people because I always find some real cool stuff. I always do, especially when it comes down to our friends, too. And who's our friend? Who have we been praying for? Who have we been looking out for the entire time throughout his struggles, throughout all of his troubled times? That's right, you guys. Let's give it up right now for a new year and a new push and new strength for our buddy Nova. I want to go ahead and start this off by praying for Lynn. I'd like to pray for Nova's full recovery in this 2026. I'd like to pray for a speedy recovery for Nova. And yes, he is doing a fantastic job. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to keep those screens the same way because I want to show you what's going on with our buddy Supernova and Lynn. So as you can see, I can't play the music. She puts his food down. He walks over to his food. And that's his hind legs right there, keeping that boy up. He is feeding himself. He's standing strong. That's right, Nova. Eat your food, boy. She said it. My dog is getting closer to being able to walk. She did not give up on Nova. I'm talking about, when you talk about the power of love, Lynn for Nova, man, listen. That's some powerful love right there, boy. I'm going to just play it from the top again. That's right. Got a nice balanced meal there, some potatoes, some chicken chunks. Look at that. You see he's struggling, not struggling, but you see the strength. You see the circulation. That's when you know you can get back. You need a starting point. And that's what he's doing right now. That's right, Nova. We all standing behind you, Lynn. We all show mad love to Nova. We all show love to Lynn because we have nothing but love for those two, because that's what we about over here. We love animals. We love life. We might debate. We might get kind of crazy sometimes, but that's what we about over here, you guys. And y'all know what I'm about to say, right? If y'all trying to make some money, hit that link in the description, and you know what? You'll be able to make up to $440. But I also would like to pray for Lynn. I'd like to pray for Nova. I'd like to pray that they have a fantastic winter, finally going into spring. I want them to be able to have great rehab moving forward, great spirits, more great reviews and follow-ups from the therapists as well as the doctors. And ultimately, Lord, in 2026, I would really appreciate it if we could see Nova walk on all fours without that wheelchair. And we ask that today. Amen. That's right. We don't forget about our friends, and we support them no matter what. Same thing we do for you guys. Y'all need any help, y'all need a prayer, y'all need a team. This is your team right here. This is our bottom line. I could have said my bottom line, Bugatti this, Bugatti that. I just happen to be the host. I cannot do this show without you guys, because if I did, they'd be knocking on the door with the white jacket. This nigga crazy. Get him out that back room. I'm telling you. So yes, I appreciate you guys, and I could not do it without you. So with that being said, yes, hit that link in the description. You guys can make up to $440. If you got a business, you're trying to promote your business and get out there, we've got up to 61 on our way to 70,000 subscribers. So guess what? You want to get your business out there? Send us over the promos to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame. Bridge this llc@gmail.com. Whatever your promo is, we'll put it up in the post notification area so that people that follow us can actually see your promo and hopefully bring some more business to you, to where you got what you got going on. I know what we got going on coming up, because now it's warming up. It's about to get a little warmer, and we'll be able to go indoors to do our Show Your Talent search. That's right, you guys. That's the talent search that's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. What's happening with this talent search? It's going to be in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, all 5 boroughs. And yes, we've now brought it to the internet, so you guys will be able to hit that button right there and go live and let us see your talent as well. So if you're trying to make $250 in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, come to the locations that we have listed on the website. That's right, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, enter your email address. That's how you'll know where we're going to be and where we're going to be in the physical form. But anytime we're doing the Show Your Talent search, if you guys want to be a part of it, all you got to do is hit that notification bell right there to come on in. We're going to allow you to come in, and you better do your thing, because if you make it, guess what? Boom! $250 goes right to you after we find 5 different winners, whether it's a group or one person. We're going to bring everybody together, and that one person is going to be able to make what? $1,000. And we're seeing everything clear now, you guys. This is exactly how we're doing it. Nothing's backwards, no flipping the script, nothing like that. We got our S together. Finally, we got our S together. I can get used to this as long as you guys get used to it. I hope you guys have a fantastic, Purple Sunday, because that's what we do around here on Purple Sunday. My favorite day is tomorrow, Monday, because they got to get up. But y'all know how we do on Purple Sunday. We fall back, we put on something purple, and we just all vibe out to the purpleness. That's right. And if you don't have your Our Bottom Line decal, I don't know what you're waiting on. You can go to the website and pick it up. To www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go ahead and get your decal. All you got to do is pick that up. If you're not a member already, if you're a member and you've been with us for longer than 2 months, all you got to do is send me an address and I'll mail it to you. That's right. You've been with us for longer than 2 months. I'll fit the bill. Just make sure you send us over your address for your Our Bottom Line decal. This way you can represent every day with us, maybe on your laptop, your computer, or wherever, with the Our Bottom Line decal. Available on the website, or if you're a member longer than 2 months, I'll just send it to you. Everybody who's already members and mods, you guys all have received yours. Y'all can let everybody know Boogotti's a man of his word. Also, what do we got over here? Follow. You're getting very sleepy now. No, you're not. It's the Our Bottom Line keychain, also available on the website. Add this to your keychain decor so that you can represent for the show and let everybody know that you show your love to the show. Available on the website, or if you've been a member for longer than 5 months, that's right, longer than 5 months, Casey, longer than 5 months, Liberty, people like you, we will be sending you these as well. Just make sure that you send us your address and you've been there longer than 5 months. That's it, you guys. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. It's Purple Sunday. I am so glad that we've been able to make this mark, to pass this milestone together. I am proud of us. I gotta say straight up and down, thank you so much for being a part of the show for the calendar year, for our anniversary. 1 full calendar year, Our Bottom Line has been doing this every single day. No matter if the audio is messed up, no matter if the text was wrong, you guys showed up and y'all showed out, and I can't do nothing but tell you guys I love you and I appreciate you for that. So tomorrow is going to be Monday, but guess what? We still got to say our prayers before we get out of here, right? So who am I praying for today? For strength, for great feelings, for family, for resolve, and for a good day, and make sure that your spirits stay up. I'd like to pray for, who's that, Brian? I also see Sky over there. I see Fitch that I would like to pray for, liberty and justice. Audrey, that's right. I see Rebecca Lanyan Bueno and Terry, very active today. Get him, Terry. I see you've been busy. Sky, Terry must appreciate the show. And you know what, Terry? I'm glad that I'm doing enough to show up for the show. Cricket's here. Good morning, my friend. Have a great day. I see you over there. Oh, that's Crickets over there. You followed us on Instagram as well. God bless you. Who else we got over here? You actually make money doing this, boss. You're cool. Make a little bit of money, but not much. Not much. Maybe a little, something, but not much. It could be much more, but don't worry about it. Once we get in that room with that green screen, we're going to make much more, and we'll be able to help many more people as well as help many more animals, because that's all I really care about doing anyway. I don't care about any money for myself. I'll always be able to make money or whatever. But when you're able to help people, situations, and animals and make differences in their lives, that's when it's a real good reward. Amen, you guys. That's right. And I want to make sure that I don't forget about other people that's in here. I know you guys are always here. My Sam Champions, my Kendra Walkers, all of my other people like Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. You always here. Want to pray for you as well. Hope that you're getting a great follow-ups and that you're healing up very well. You got a whole family of people over here that love you, and I hope you understand that and know it. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came to chill with me on Purple Sunday, the first day when we got our audio right, got our video right, and our text right, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Get 'em! Peace. 1.